Tower.
Hey guys,
Hello.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Tower TV. I'm Wyatt, and this is Tyler.
That counts. Hi. My shirt was on.
Yes, it was. And we are back to give you guys some games updates for everything that has been heard to come out and is soon to come out, including of what we got in store.
Yeah, man. Big news.
Yeah,
big
news.
updates.
All right, let me make sure I got it pulled up so we can read the comments as they come through.
Well, for starters, we're on YouTube. That's
Yes.
pretty cool.
We are on YouTube.
Feel free to go subscribe.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. And so pretty much YouTube is going to be a direct mirror, effectively, of what's gonna be here on Facebook. So like as soon as we're done with this stream, like as soon as we're done, I'm gonna be taking it and putting it right onto YouTube. Like as soon as we're done, it's gonna be great.
Is there any plans for that to change?
No. If nothing else, we're gonna be doing even more stuff as soon as like we actually get the routine forward.
Okay, I was wondering.
Yeah, because we want to do more things. Because I like more things. You guys like more things. I want to do more things for you guys. Try wants to do more things for you guys.
Speaking of more things for you guys.
What? Which one? Ah, yes, that thing. I'm a little frazzled, but that's okay. But we also have a coupon code for all of you loyal watchers. You guys have been brave enough to sit through all of our shenanigans, and so I thought the least we could do is have something for you guys. There is a coupon code to use on towerofgames.com. Coupon. Does that come with a Q-tip?
Q from James Bond. Do I get my own Q?
Your own Q. But yeah, that coupon code is Tower TV. Capital T, capital O, capital W, capital E, capital R,
Wyatt.
capital TV. What?
You forgot. You.
I'm on the spot, man.
It's okay. I think they know how to spell.
Yeah. But yeah, Tower TV, all caps, that is the coupon code, able to be redeemed on towergames.com. Have that upon checkout, and then on any purchases of $25 or more, you get $5 off. It's going to be great.
I'm gonna use it.
And we ship everywhere in the U.S.
Am I allowed? Is that like using a stamp?
I mean, in store, almost. Because, like, it's just $5 off a good purchase.
I don't get a discount online.
No. Not yet. It's all good.
I'm gonna use it.
And then coming up soon, lists for items to go on sale are being printed. Because Black Friday is coming.
We have the map minimum advertised price restriction lifted temporarily, so we can start blasting out sales.
Only to a certain degree, but yeah.
Yeah, Eleni's got some stuff coming for you guys. New displays, wonderful magnificent. My throat like shut down. Towers of games.
Wonderful magnificence. Towers of games as far as the eye can see.
Tower of games.
In Tower of Games, there are littler towers of games, upon which there are smaller towers of games.
I still think we should get a giant tower to put in here. I don't know where we would put it, but we should get one.
What if we had a giant Christmas tree display, but all of the ornaments are like games and game stuffs?
That would be awesome, but you would have to make sure the games don't pull down the branches of the tree, whether it's real or fake, you know? Imagine Gloomhaven on a tree.
Just have like a full starter box.
I'm not sure the mightiest oak could hold Gloomhaven.
It's a big game. But yeah, moving on from the introductions, we have more stuff coming out as far as that news is concerned from a lot of your favorite brands, including restock notices are going to be in this video as well. And so for what's up next for what has been announced for Games Workshop. Yes, I know. I'll have the pin someday. I'll have my little Games Workshop pin someday.
I'm just going to chill over here.
But yeah, for Games Workshop, the next batch of codexes has been announced. It is going to be the Drukhari and Dark Angels Codex Supplement. For the Drukhari, there's already been a spoiled, not data card, sure we'll call it that, a spoiled profile for the Incubi. And
don't worry, we'll fix it in post.
There is no post. It's like, there is no post, we'll do it live.
Oh, I love it. Bill O'Reilly.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, the Incubi have had a spoiled sheet, and there is a lot happening in this one sheet.
I avoid spoilers, so...
This is true. But yeah, for the Drukhari, there's going to be more melee attacks, higher damage, and a lethal combat output to pretty much destroy more stuff.
Can I ask what factions are Harlequins?
Harlequins are Eldar, but they are a specific out-branch of Eldar, because within Eldar, there's Craft Worlds, there's Drukhari, and then there's Harlequins.
So, Harlequins wouldn't happen to benefit off of this, would they?
No, but it's
Awesome.
a sign of things to come.
No.
So here's
From what I hear, they're fine. They don't need anything to come.
I
Except maybe new models. I don't think they get
new
supported
models
very
and some
often.
extra range, yeah. But yeah, no, like Drukhari are the first Xenos codex to be released. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how it behaves.
Of course, they got it.
I mean, they kind of needed
I
it.
want my codex.
Yes, Tao will also getting
I
a
want my
codex coming
codex.
soon. But the other codex that was spoiled is for the Dark Angels Codex supplement.
Wow.
Word's already been going around that the Dark Angels are a very to keep your eye on kind of faction. Because I had a few games played within a few of the playgroups that I'm in, and Dark Angels came out on top about 75% of the time.
Dark Angels are a Space Marine subclass?
Yes, they are Space Marines. They are the
Yeah.
first Legion,
refuse-
Sons of Lionel.
I refuse to play Space Marines for like a few reasons, which is unfortunate. Because Salamanders look awesome, but
They
you know,
do.
they are a Space Marine subclass.
They are Space Marines, but come on, an entire army of Flamers, what's not to love?
That's true. Plus, they look like Cabal, and I could work with that.
That's fair.
I don't know. I don't think anyone that watches us plays Destiny, but if they do, they would know. I can
If
work
you
with
do, you would know. But yes, also to be expected from the Dark Angels Codex supplement, more use for the Raven Wing side of the army. So faster attacks, a little bit more deployment
Those
options.
are the bikes?
Yeah, the Raven Wings are the
Okay.
bikes. And Deathwing is the like more knight side of it, and so it's kind of like your actual knights. You have the Raven Wing, which is your cavalry with all the bikes and bikers and whatnot, and then your Deathwing is your actual like foot infantry kind of dudes, where you have like all the knights in shining armor and power shields and mauls and swords and axes and whatnot.
Does my hair blend in?
A little bit.
I love it.
Yeah, and you can also initiate
with the
units into Deathwing, which is pretty much what was described on the Warhammer community page. And by initiate units, there's probably some method of giving a Deathwing keyword to units that don't typically have it. With the example that the Warhammer community page gave was Dreadnoughts.
Right.
That's horrifying. Because
I wouldn't know.
Alright, so basically what that means is that Dreadnoughts can now benefit off of the same rules that a lot of your foot infantry can benefit off of.
That's the giant ship? The Ark?
No, the Dreadnoughts are like the coffins and power armor.
Oh!
That's a Dreadnought.
That one.
That's
Yeah,
a Dreadnought.
those things are massive.
Massive. They're absolutely massive. And then there's also new stratagems and relics, which is going to be like just expected with any codex. But there is one thing that had me excited that when I actually read this is that Hunt the Fallen is the phrasing that the Warhammer community page used, and as a Chaos Space Marines player, that has me very excited.
As a Destiny player, that means a completely different thing.
It's like, as you play different games, similar words have different meanings, but that is A-okay. Let's see. And then for the Decadence and Decay
Sorry, I hit your
reveal-
elbow there.
Oh, you're fine. I'm a little big boy. I know. I'm a little wide. And so for the Decadence and Decay reveal, that is a live stream that Games Workshop did to actually show off a huge range of products from a lot of the stuff that came out. And one of them is Warzone Charadron. I'm assuming Charadron because that makes more sense than its thematic. It sounds like Charadron as opposed to Charadron. I don't know. But yeah.
Charadron sounds like a knockoff Pokemon. So,
Oof.
telling it how it is.
Yikes. But yeah, what you can expect from this new book is that it offers a new war zone with which to conduct your battles in. And so in Age of Sigmar, everyone's already used to the fact that different terrain pieces have different traits and how they behave during the battle. For this, is going to be similar to the point where the battlefield also has effects that will affect the outcome of the fight.
Okay.
And then for the additional rules, there will be rules in this book for Death Guard.
I hate rules.
But they're so much fun. It's good reading. And there's additional rules for Death Guard, Adeptus Mechanicus, Imperial Knights, and Drukhari.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a little bit of a buff. I don't know if they're campaign specific or if it's like more stuff that your army has available to them. I don't know that yet.
Real quick.
Yeah.
You mentioned reading. Have you read Murder, She Wrote?
I have not.
You have not? I was thinking about picking up a new book because I haven't read one in a while, and it was like Murder, She Wrote inspired. Wanted to get a second opinion first. Let's move on.
I very rarely read books. Ever since middle school, the only books I've ever read willingly are 40k codexes.
Oh my goodness. not even the cool choose your own adventure books? You can be a ninja in those.
Nah.
Wow. Those books were kind of tight.
Middle school was rough.
Looking back though, like reading them would bother me, you know. Turn to page 83, turn to page 22.
Yep. And then also going to be coming out is the Plague Purge Mission Pack. And so there was one that came out for the Necrons that was called Beyond the Veil. And so it pretty much was like a whole bunch of different arenas that is kind of like geared towards Necrons and Space Marines. But for this is going to be geared towards the Plague Marines and the Death Guard. And so GW likes to do this like little thing where they always make sure that the story and the models that are being released are almost side by side. So like if something is being released, you can be sure that something else is following soon behind it.
Okay.
And so since we have Space Marine Heroes coming out already, which are like basically little booster packs for GW minis, that's the best way I had to describe it. There's also this coming out, as well as more terrain pieces with Death Guard being the next codex. I'm very much willing to bet that there's going to be something big coming soon for Death Guard. Because Death Guard is going to be the first Chaos faction that has their codex release in the next batch with Blood Angels. It's going to be cool. It's going to be really cool.
I'll take your word.
It's going to be dope.
Dope.
And also coming out is going to be Necromunda. There will be the House of Artifice. Giving more there will be a book around the House of Artifice, giving House Van Sar a little bit more background, as well as new fighters such as Architects and Neotechs. And honestly, I would have enjoyed those models for kit bashing, personally.
Is that actually how they're spelled?
Yeah. Okay. That's how you spell things. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I want to be different.
I want to be different, man.
I'm going to spell architect with a K.
Yep, and even for Middle Earth, ES Games Workshop does Lord of the Rings releases. Treebeard has a model.
I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
And you're telling me I need to expand my list?
I've never read it either.
Fred is just crying in the background.
Dude, there was like a visible like reaction. He was like...
Yep. Treebeard has a model, and so do Merry and Pippin. So now you can have a big old walk through the forests near Isengard, just strolling with your two hobbitses and your big Treebeard.
I know Narnia.
And then also going to be coming out for Underworld is going to be the Desecrate Dire Chasm. And so it's pretty much like a new little warband of Chaos models, specifically for Age of Sigmar. These are going to be the Slaves of Darkness kind of models. And so, honestly, they're like the huge dudes in just like jet black armor, massive shields, bases, broadswords, and whatnot. They look so great.
You would say that.
They look so... Okay, once a Chaos player,
anything with a shield and a sword looks great to you.
Not wrong. Sword and board, always. If it's not working, get a bigger sword. If it's hitting too hard, get a bigger board. Ever since I learned that phrase, I can't stop saying it. It's like, how do you play Dark Souls? Sword and shield? Oh, you do sword and board. I'm like, that's a phrase? But yeah, and honestly, I always like to push a lot of the D&D customers that do come in a little bit towards the GW section, because the GW section has that kit bash approach that you don't really get too much with the Nolzur side of models and miniatures.
True.
And so it's like, if you want to like get your custom character, GW has some stuff you might want to look into.
Yeah, I honestly was looking at the Skyrim models too. I thought those would be pretty good for like D&D and everything, but I think the only issue with that is the scale of the models. Like trying to use a kit bash like GW model for your fantasy D&D game.
Yeah.
If everything isn't scale, you know, if your goblin is this tall but you're way up here, way down here,
that might be a little interesting, yeah. But we'll leave that up to you guys to decide. And speaking of things of deciding, your side of the war, as the Path to Excess release has been announced for Age of Sigmar.
I thought you said Path to Exile.
Path to Excess. Path to Exile is a magic card. That comes later. But yes, Sigvald the Magnificent has a model.
I don't know what that
is. Okay, so as far as how Age of Sigmar and 40k kind of operate, there is the Chaos Pantheon, or the Ruinous Powers, and so there's 4 of them. There's Nurgle, Slaanesh, Tzeentch, and Khorne. Khorne is Blood for the Blood God. Nurgle is everything decay, rot, and ruin, and he's happy all the time. Tzeentch is the god of change, because he'll be like, ah, hello, friend, turns you into a bird the next minute, because who knows. And then Slaanesh is the chaos god of excess. So Slaanesh...
That's a weird thing to be a god of.
Slaanesh is like, ah, this hurts? Hurt more! You like shiny things? Have more shiny things! And it's like just more and more and more and more and more.
That's a fun one.
That's one way of putting it. And Sigvald the Magnificent is like the prince or the champion of excess, and he's pretty. Because like Eldar's like, ah, yes, they're elegant, they're refined. Sigvald is pretty.
Dude, Eldar models are clean with Age of Sigmar. Like, I honestly, if I were to pick a model, like an army to get into for Age of Sigmar, Eldar.
That's fair. let's see, that would be, well, that's a few factions. But if you guys want to know what Eldar factions there are in Age of Sigmar, let us know, because we got plenty. And then even for what's also going to be coming out for the holiday season, there will be Battle Force boxes being released. For those who may not know what those are, Battle Force are like huge kits. So like you have the regular expansions that you get for like your individual units, like Intercessors, Chaos Marines, Gretchen, etc. And then there's the Start Collecting boxes. The Start Collecting boxes is like 400 or 500 points or so of a certain army. Battle Force is bigger. Like Battle Force boxes are thick.
Right.
But what that means is that if you want to get into an army and get a huge jump start into it, Battle Force boxes are coming out for 6 factions.
Which ones?
Tau, Chaos Space Marines, regular Space Marines. Why do I remember all these?
Same reason you remember every Magic card from the dawn of time.
I'm not that good. I'm good. I'm not that good.
Man's an encyclopedia of words.
I'm an encyclopedia, miscellaneous things. But yeah, Tau, Chaos Marines, Space Marines. I don't think Death Watch is getting one. I actually don't remember. Blood Angels is also getting one.
I'm disappointed in you.
I know, me too.
Oh. Oh no. I take it back.
No!
Dad, I'm sorry.
I ain't your dad.
I have some news for you.
Oh no. But yeah, Battle Force boxes are coming out, and even in store, we finally got the rest of our Indominus release. And so what that basically means is, for those who aren't entirely caught up with it, when the Indominus box first released, they sold out in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
On a corporate level. Like, GW official said, I ain't got no more.
They were gone immediately, it's true.
Yep, and so pretty much what they did is that they say, if you put in your orders through this amount of time, we will get them to you before Christmas. That's all we can promise.
With Indominus, there were, like, people, like, legit lined outside of the store to ready to pick up their orders and grab those boxes. They were gone like hotcakes.
They were ready.
So get yours while you can.
Yep. We have 12 boxes sitting outside in the front right now. Like, literally 12 boxes lined up.
Yeah.
And so to describe what's in it, it has a alternate cover core rulebook for 9th edition. So it has a nice cover with Rabute Gilliman on one side and then Ezekiel Abaddon, the War Master, on another.
Ezekiel and Abaddon, interesting.
Ezekiel Abaddon.
Both names.
Yeah, well, Ezekiel Abaddon is his full name, but, you know. Because he's called Abaddon the Despoiler, but his full name is Ezekiel Abaddon.
Interesting.
But yeah, it has that alternate cover rulebook. It also has a little bit of lore for what came up between the regular Space Marines and the Necrons as they're kind of going head-to-head in the new edition. And it also has 1,000 points per side. So 1,000 points of Space Marines, 1,000 points of Necrons. Like, the idea is that as soon as you get that box, you are ready to hit the table and go. Okay. Granted, you still need your regular supplies, like you still need your clippers, you still need your files, you'll still need your like little sander doohickey, and you still need your miniature glue. All of which is sold at your local Tower of Games. Wink, wink. And it's also sold online on our website at towerofgames.com.
Which you can use the Tower TV gift code for $5 off your orders.
On $25 or more. See, I'm glad he's here. You're actually good at, like, helping me push things. Thanks, buddy. And what are we expecting from Dungeons & Dragons now that my small rant is over?
Well, we're expecting new minis to come in, but we're not expecting to sell more Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, because they're gone. They're big gone. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything added some fun new little subclasses. You got Alchemist and Armorer, I think it was?
Yep, Armorer.
Armorer and Circle of the Stars, which I was informed is a Druid-specific subclass. Apparently it's overpowered, according to Fred, as a Dungeon Master. He knows best, of course.
Our forever DM.
But, you know, we still have the new minis come in. The pre-orders are not sold out, so we still have some available, which sadly includes Asperia, Aurelia, and Rakdos. That's a little disappointing. I was hoping Rakdos would, like, get pre-ordered like that. Rakdos are cool.
I haven't pre-ordered Rakdos yet because I'm poor.
Show them Rakdos. Look, I don't know if they can, how well they can see it from back there.
Demon. Like,
he's a whole demon.
He's a whole unit.
As opposed to one of those lame half ones.
And they're not lame.
They are in comparison to Rakdos.
He is pretty big.
He's clean.
But
Please
if you want to take a different side of the War of the Guilds, there's also BB. It's BB. Oh. For those who don't know how to pronounce it, I just call him BB. But if you do know how to pronounce it, it's Boy Barigmos.
I was saying, looks like Boy Barigmos.
Yeah, Boy Barigmos.
I mean, it's no worse than, I don't know, magic names.
It's like if you want to just go on a table and have a Cyclops pitted up against a demon, Why not?
Are there any other subclasses they added for Tasha's?
Oh, there's a whole bunch. If nothing else, I'm a huge barbarian player, personally. I like to just go into games and say, whack. And so for the barbarian, there's also going to be the Path of Beasts and the Path of Magic.
Interesting.
I'm a little bit confused on how the Path of Magic is like fully specced out to work.
Apparently
that's
with the
okay.
movie.
Because if nothing else, if you're going off to Hogwarts and like bibbity bobbity boo and you're pointing a battle axe at him, who can argue?
I mean, that's fair. If I can have a wand, you know, be my source of like magical concentration, why can't I have a broadsword? A broadsword, you know, it's still pointy. You know, it's a big long stick.
Just get a battle axe made, but have like your wand just hidden inside the edge of the battle axe.
You just like duct tape it on. Get some flex tape on there. Just
another one for my collection.
You split the skull of a goblin, then Eldritch blast its homie. Actually, I think that's
we call that a domino effect.
I think that's for a different class, honestly.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Either way, both the Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, alternate and regular art. Cauldron. All of the above. Both of the covers and all of these miniatures that we are discussing for Nolzers are available for pre-order in store right now.
Do we have any of the boxes that people already ordered and are picking up? Some people haven't seen the...
Oh, the Cauldron?
Yeah.
They're like hiding way back there.
A lot of people haven't seen the alternate cover for the Cauldron yet, so people keep asking what it looks like. And I have to pull it up on Google. Figured that was the one.
Yep.
But
yeah, alternate cover looks pretty dope. Chris Swallow made and used a Rune Knight fighter the other night, and it was awesome. Glad it worked out for you, Chris. Let's see. Oh yes, and even for other things for D&D, we still have Curse of Strahd revamped in store. It comes in a coffin.
It's so cool.
It's like, because it came out in time for Halloween, if not like right on the cusp. Like it came out like as soon as it was about to hit. Banners! But yeah, it came out right as it was about to hit, and so we still have some left over. I think we have like 3 or so in the front right now, and they are available online as well.
Yeah.
And like inside the box, it has the Terracotta deck? Something. It has a deck of cards that you use in the beginning of the game that pretty much maps out how the rest of the campaign is going to go. That's almost unlimited replayability right there. It's like, we finished this one campaign that took 4 months. Let's do it again. But you draw again. And then you draw different cards in the deck, and now you're off to a whole brand new campaign. So, huge fan. I've also heard that Curse of Strahd is like one of the harder campaigns that Wizards of the Coast has released.
I mean, you're going to find out.
You will find out. Oh, yeah, I am in a campaign. I am in a campaign right now for Curse of Strahd. I'm enjoying it so far. I get to be a vampire paladin. It's dope. I love it. I've been told I'm edgy a few too many times, but that's okay.
Probably like 50 times every like 3 minutes. But I mean, when you spend the whole session being edgy, you know, what else?
Okay, my cloak is awesome. I like my cloak. But yeah. And for Pokemon, aren't we still sold out of Vivid Voltage?
Still sold out of Vivid Voltage.
Yep.
But we're still taking orders for it, so when we get our next shipment in...
Yeah, just have one set aside with y'all's name on it, and I believe we can place orders through the website?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I believe we can place orders through the website. If not, just contact us on Facebook, and we'll have one set aside for you guys. And even for Champion's Path, we have the 2 pin boxes over here to the side.
We got the pan boxes. You want to grab one?
And what gyms do these go to?
I think one is Hammerlock.
And the other is Spikemuth. And so, like, you have a whole bunch of booster packs, a card in the side that is pretty much signature, I guess you can call it, for that gym, as well as a nice pin in the top. Aren't you trying to get this box for the pin?
Clean holographic. I'm trying to get it for the pin and also for the color of the box itself. Beautiful.
It is pretty cool. It's like, just put, like, have a whole bunch of them just stacked up, and now there's your wallpaper.
Yeah, so you get a foil card, you get the 3 packs, and you also get a code for the online game, which is real cool.
That's always pretty dope. All right, so yeah, that's those. And also for, let's see, what else is there in here? Oh yeah, even locally here in Virginia Beach, we've had a lot of Pokemon players come through recently.
It's true.
Like, we've had a couple people come in, they're like, hey, here's our collection, can you take a look at it real quick? And they're like, we're new to the area, is there like any Pokemon places nearby? So if you guys are local here in Virginia Beach and you're looking to get into Pokemon, now might be a pretty good time. We're also looking to we're also looking into branching out into it in store.
Which would always be cool. Maybe get some singles in.
Maybe get some singles. Maybe. I don't know.
Get Ben a new home.
Oof. Alright, and then moving on to Magic the Gathering. Commander Legends is sold out.
Big sold out.
It's big gone.
We have the pre-con commander decks, and those are pretty good. Those are pretty solid buys, especially for a gift for the holiday season.
Yep, and they are $20 a piece. There's one that is white-red that deals with equipments. The other is blue-green that is landfall. Or at least with playing lands and getting more advantage off of mana.
Right.
So not entirely landfall, which is what the Zendikar Rising deck did, but it is a lot of lands. It's a lot of lands.
You said blue-green?
Yep, it is blue-green, and white-red is the other one.
Is there a Tatiova in there, out of curiosity?
I would not doubt it.
I might have to look into that.
I have
if
no
there is,
clue.
I'll just buy the whole thing.
I have no idea, but I don't doubt it. And then also from Corvus Belly, we got some new
wait,
stuff.
hold on. Before we move on to Corvus Belly, we got double master boxes in.
Oh, yes. Thank you. We have double Masters boxes in stock. Packs and boxes are available for purchase.
Okay.
And to be entirely honest, I have no idea when we're going to get them again.
True. So it's literally been like almost, I think, half a year since we got them last. So
yeah.
Mana Drains are in there. Swords are in there. Force of Wills, Mana Crypts. It's a stacked box.
That's just how Magic is coming out. I have no idea when we're going to get anything back. Like, we just got Commander Legends. It's gone. I don't know when we're getting it again.
We had Zendikar Rising, and then it was gone. Although, when we got Zendikar Rising back in, we got a lot of it in.
Yes.
So maybe the same will be for
True
Commander
for Commander Legends. And then we'll be sold out. Again. Because if there's any set, that will probably have the best rate for just being bought out completely, it will be Commander Legends.
At least in this store.
That's fair. Because, like, even when we were on stream the other day, we only had 3 packs a person. It was me, Tyler, Richie, and Nick who were drafting. It was, like, 3 packs a person. We had 4 solid Commander decks when we were done.
Yeah.
Like, 4 little mini Commander decks just to play on camera, and it was great. Check that out on our YouTube and Facebook. Woo! Shameless plugs.
Don't forget to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel.
Hit that bell icon.
Oh, the bell icon,
Hit
dude.
that bell icon.
I can say to hit the bell icon.
Yep. And for Corvus Belly, for anyone who's not too familiar with that company, they are the company that makes Infinity. And so it is another miniature game that we do sell in store that has a lot, like... It really is like a more 3D chess because the whole thing...
It's very solid.
Yeah, because the idea is like actually having line of sight available and having the fact that you can do reactions to what else is happening on the table.
I was going to say, it's a lot more tactical. There's a lot more strategy. It's a lot more in-depth.
Yep. And we will be having that come on stream, not on stream, on camera at some point. So let us know if you guys want to see that, and we'll put a, what's the word? We'll put a speed button on it, I guess. I don't know. How do you? Okay.
We'll prioritize the production
of
the video. We'll try to get to you faster. I don't know.
Yep, there you go.
Put it in front of the queue.
See, smart person wording.
Skip the line. I don't know.
Skip the line. But coming out from Corvus Belly is Aristea. Aristea, I think it's called.
You gotta
hold that.
What's that over there?
I got the big ones. That's the expansion pack. This is the big one. This is the big baby.
Is it heavy?
Not really.
What was the?
Dramatic effect.
Drama queen.
I know. How dare I? Yes.
So what's this game about?
Okay, so this actually looks like the kind of like arena style game where like you have different opponents and you have like different models that you use on the actual arena.
Okay.
And then you actually have the stats to make them go head to head. So it's kind of like a sports casting kind of feel.
Cool.
So like the idea is that when you actually have all these characters or all these players on the table, they are pretty much acting as their own entities, I guess you can call it.
Let's see it real quick.
Yeah. There you go. So we have that, which is ideally meant for about 2 players, but we also have the multiplayer expansion, which is what the smaller box is that Tyler is currently holding. Well, was holding.
MOBA.
This one.
Hold on. All right. This is a really easy way to describe it.
Oh, that's fair.
A 2-player MOBA style action game. If that's like if anyone out there likes MOBAs, then there you go.
Pretty much. And then we have that, and we also have the expansion. If you guys want any more information from Corvus Belly, just let us know. We'll start putting them in our streams.
I think I have a game that me and Fred should try out together.
Yeah.
Because a MOBA style action fighting game seems like something that I would enjoy.
Something up the alley. Yep, we got that, and even for Star Wars Legion, we do still have Darth Mauls and Anakin Skywalker still in stock. Have we mentioned too much of Star Wars Legion on camera?
Not really, no.
Okay, so for any of our miniature war gamers, Star Wars Legion is basically Fantasy Flight Games break into that market. And so if you're not too much a fan of 40K, if anything else doesn't really appeal to you as much, Star Wars Legion is the same kind of concept, but it's using Star Wars characters. So like one sale that we had recently with the core boxes being sold out, pretty much it is, you can have General Grievous and Count Dooku go up against Luke Skywalker and whoever else. Like, you can actually pit these different characters up against one another. So instead of Eldari, Drukhari, Space Marines, you have the Empire, you have the Rebel Alliance, you have the First Order, you have the Separatists, and like
Jar Jar Binks.
Does Jar Jar Binks have a model?
I hope so.
I don't think he
Don't
does.
quote me on that. He deserves one.
Jar Jar Binks, and just have him kit bashed with a laser cannon and says, "Come at me, son!"
No, you kit bash him with a lightsaber because he's a Sith Lord. Duh.
Oh my lord. And then lastly, we also have Crisis Protocol updates coming in. Crisis Protocol is pretty much that same as... Hold on. Do you remember the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games?
Yeah, I love those games. Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's similar to that, but it's on the tabletop version, and so you can chuck cars at people. Like, I had one guy come in, he's like, "Yeah, dude, I fucking got Thanos tanked with a car." It's like, what?
Yeah, Crump was telling me about how he was throwing Alex's character into Thomas's character with Hulk. Because
Hail Mary!
Hulk just busted.
I mean, Hulk's always busted. He's also ripped.
Hulk real busted. I'm pretty sure, or last time I checked, the only thing that took Hulk out was colliding planets, so.
I don't doubt it. But yeah, that's what we got in for some of the... Wait, I didn't even mention what we have in yet. Excuse me. What? But what we have in for Marvel Crisis Protocol is we also have the Magneto and Toad still in stock. We have Mystique and Beast still in stock. And we have Wolverine and Sabretooth still in stock.
Yup. We got Wolverine and... What was that?
Wolverine and Sabretooth.
Gotcha. And...
Mystique and Beast.
Mystique and Beast.
Yep, so these miniatures are similar to most of the other ones we have. They come out the box, they are unprimed, and so you do have to prime them, and then you can paint them. But when you do, if you wanted to give Magneto a different color scheme, this is your chance to do it, if you're not too much of the digital artist side of things.
Sure.
Like, even for Mystique, Beast, Wolverine, Sabretooth, Cyclops, and Storm, I believe, came out pretty recently for the X-Men. Like, the entire X-Men line was released. They're released, and then, like, as far as personally, I really, 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 really want to get Ghost Rider just to paint
Of course you do.
I'm a huge Ghost Rider fan.
I was going to say that you should kit bash your Raven Wings to be Ghost Rider based.
That'd be so expensive. Oh, gosh. If nothing else, make that, like, your Warlord or something, where, like, your Warlord is, having the base of Ghost Rider, so it's like all the flames coming out from under the wheels of like a Harley Davidson, and then you have like a heavy bolter coming out or something.
You know, you're like Disco. You could like take the really thin legs and everything and just like warp them into like a chain type.
That'd be pretty cool.
I don't know. It might take a little bit of work, but it'd be kind of cool.
Or like just make okay. So for those who don't know, the Lord Discordant is the Lord Discordant on Hellstalker. It's a 40K model that I'm a huge fan of. But like even for it, like just like cut out the underbelly of the actual Hellstalker, like put giant wheels under it, and then like have the legs like propped up, and so I've just made like Grievous's little speeder.
I love it.
But yeah, that's all the store updates that we got for now. But as far as what to expect off of Tower TV, we have now expanded into YouTube, so more stuff is going to be coming. We're going to be trying to up the quality a little bit for you guys. And with that said, coming, I believe, later next week is going to be our preview into Battletech. Yep, so if you guys want to get into Battletech, which is another miniature game, which it's one of the cheaper ones to get into, so the starter box for Battletech is about $20 on $19.99.
Yeah,
and
the
so
models are pretty solid too.
Oh yeah, and so if you want to get into that, that will be displayed come next week on Friday, so if you want to pop in and look at that, feel free, and we'll show you guys how to do some Battletech.
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
You're going to be on the camera, or are you going to be watching?
Well, I was going to say, I'm interested in learning Battletech, so, because I was talking with Scott about it. But
are you going to be on camera? Fred's like, oh yeah. All right. Yeah, that's about all the time we've got for this stream, y'all. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you bored?
Sorry, I fell asleep.
I fell asleep.
Your outro was just so boring.
You're not wrong.
It wasn't even an outro. I'm just messing with you.
It wasn't even an
I only
outro.
said that because you were like, oh, are you bored?
Yep. But yeah, that's about all the time we got for this one, guys. But if you have any questions, comments, or if you have anything you would like to maybe ask about what we are doing here in the store or what's coming up, feel free to message our Facebook or leave a comment down below. We'll feel free to and we'll be happy to get back to you guys.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. So what's been happening with you recently?
You sure did. I've been chilling. You know, I've been working. I hung out with my friends Ashlyn and Grace the other night. I hung out with Nick earlier today. We went to the beach and walked on the oceanfront. I had to take off my shoes because I didn't want to get dark sand or water on my white shoes. Nor did I want to get sand on my socks and put them in my shoes. So I walked on the cold beach in bare feet. What about you, man? Yikes.
I woke up, took a phone call, I went back to bed, I woke up, I got on Minecraft as I called advising to get my classes fixed, then I went to work.
Cool.
Knowledge! But yeah, that's all we got for this time.
Yeah, we gotta go. You guys have a good night.
All right, bye.
Tower.